What's up you guys, welcome to the video. In this video we're going to take a look at the new Mjjc Foam Cannon S version 3 as well as the Mjjc Foam Snow Foam Shampoo. I'm going to be unboxing the product for you so you know exactly what you're going to expect if you end up buying it. We're going to demonstrate how it works as well as show you how to replace the orifice inside and the mesh filters that are inside as well. I'll show you how to read both of those. So make sure you stay and watch the video all the way to the end because there's a lot of information packed inside. Now let's get into it. So as you can see there, really cool packaging, a lot of graphics, way different look, so that's interesting. And let's get this thing opened up to see what it's like inside. A little bit of foam packaging. The operating instructions there. That to the side. Let's take a look at the warranty actually. So 1 year warranty from the day of purchasing. Alright, now for the actual foam can pieces itself. As you can see, everything is packaged nicely here in this foam. And the very first thing you get here is the bottle, which is wrapped in its own little plastic. And compared to the Pro version that I reviewed last year, this bottle is taller, it's translucent, and it has a different type of connection at the top for the spray head. It's more of a proprietary connection to Mjjc rather than your traditional threads. As you can see there, it says Foam Cannon S. And then on the back, it's clearly marked from 100 milliliters all the way up to 1000. And that's pretty good. It doesn't have ounces though, but still you can easily convert that yourself. Alright, next up here we have the pickup tube and also a 1.1 millimeter orifice. And as you can see, the pickup tube, just like the Pro version, has a little steel ball on the end, which keeps it weighted down. So whichever angle you're using it at, it's going to go to the lowest point and be able to pick up all of the material you're trying to spray. Now here's a closer look at that 1.1 millimeter orifice that they ship with the product itself. And if you have a pressure washer that is 110 bar or about 1600 psi or less, that 1.1 millimeter orifice is going to make for a lot better foam if you swap it into the head of the foam cannon here. I have a 1900 psi pressure washer. I still use a 1.1 because I like the thicker foam, but with the stock orifice in there, I still get really good foam out of this. So you don't have to switch it, but you can. It's an option. In terms of the actual spray head itself, it's almost identical to the Pro version. You have your adjustments here where you can change the spray pattern, as well as twisting the blue portion here will allow you to go from horizontal to vertical spray pattern. And it's also got the same pin there that you can knock out with a punch if you want to take off the plastic part to reach the inner foam mesh filter. And the top here is the adjustment point for more or less foam. And again, exactly the same as the Pro version. It doesn't have any audible clicks or anything like that. It's more just under tension and you have to turn it to adjust the foam. But other than the proprietary connection there for the bottle, everything else is pretty much identical. And here is the little quick connect connection. And this you can get in various different options depending on what kind of pressure washer you have. So make sure you select the right one if you're going to go to their website and you're going to purchase it. To install this, it's super easy. You just thread it on and tighten it down by hand. You don't really need to over torque it or anything like that. And there's no thread tape necessary. Just tighten it up, snug it down, and you're set. My favorite part about this new foam cannon here is the quick connect on the top. Instead of the threads, you have this proprietary connection here, and about quarter of a turn gets the top installed. So pretty much it's eliminating any risk of cross-threading the cap to the bottle. Even though the Pro version came with plastic threads on both sides, there was still that slight inherent risk of cross-threading, and this just goes and eliminates that completely. But yeah, there you have it. That's pretty much all that came in the box. Very simple. Again, I wish it came with those extra mesh filters, but not a deal breaker because you can still order them if you like. Just a quick tip for you, since this didn't come with the extra mesh filters, one of the things I'd suggest is after you're done using the foam cannon, use some pure water and just let it rinse through. You can turn it all the way counterclockwise so it's not picking up too much foam, but let that water go through that mesh filter so it doesn't get as much soap scum dried up in there, if that makes sense. It'll just help prolong the life of the foam cannon a bit more. But if you do notice that the foam starts to get less and less over time, then it is going to be time to disassemble, clean that mesh filter, or replace it entirely. But now that was the look at the foam cannon here, and now I will show you how to replace the orifice. So you're going to twist off your little quick connect here, and then you're just going to need a flathead screwdriver. This process is extremely simple. Go ahead and turn it counterclockwise, and you'll be able to loosen the stock orifice out of there. And just one word of caution here, we are working with brass. Brass tends to be a bit softer, so be very, very careful that you don't cross thread your new orifice into the actual spray head itself, or you're going to have a pretty bad day. One way to avoid cross-threading is drop the orifice into where it's supposed to go, and then kind of use your finger to start off the threads, and you should feel hardly any resistance at all here, and pretty much with your fingernail you can bottom this orifice all the way out. If you're feeling resistance at that point, take it out and start over, but if you're feeling that it's smoothly going down, then go ahead and use your screwdriver and just slightly snug it down. That's all you got to do. And then put the quick connect back on and tighten it by hand, and then you're set. You're ready to use the foam cannon. Now I'm going to quickly show you how to change the mesh inside. Find the pin on the side and then use something that's the same diameter, and you're going to lightly tap and knock that pin out. I'm just using an old drill bit here, and I'm using a pair of needle nose pliers to show that you don't need a huge hammer or anything like that. Just slightly knock it and then grab it from the other side and yank it out. That will allow the little nose piece to come off of the brass, and then you can look inside, you'll see the mesh. Then just use something to poke it out from the other side. I use the drill bit, and then you can see the little foam mesh pieces here. And there's 3 pieces. You just take them out, clean them, and do whatever you want to do. And then put them back in one at a time in the reverse order, using the drill bit or whatever you have to tap the pieces back in until they bottom out. And then you're basically just working in the reverse order to put everything back. And cleaning, you shouldn't have to do too often, maybe once every few months at the most, especially if you rinse it out with water after each use. Then you're going to pop the pin back in, tap it into place, and that's all it is. So here I have the foam cannon bottle filled with 900 milliliters of water, and then we're going to put in about 100 milliliters of the soap, which equals about just over 3 ounces. And their soap here has this little insert that prevents any spillage, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain to take out. I keep it in there just because I don't want any spillage. But then you pour it in, and as you can see, the consistency is like water, so it's not a very viscous soap at all. So 3 ounces goes in, put the little cap back in, and that's all you gotta do. This thing has a nice smell to it. It smells like coconuts. There's that proprietary quick connect. Twist it on. That's all it is. It's super simple. Give it a little bit of a shake like that. You don't really want to shake it too aggressively because some of it will spill out. Just like that. My recommendation is to use a stubby pressure washer gun like I have here instead of having it connected to a wand. Connect your foam cannon directly to your pressure washer gun. And I'm just using the Mjjc's pressure washer gun here. I've had it for about a year and a bit, and it's been awesome, so highly recommend that product as well. But yeah, connect it straight to your pressure washer gun so it looks something like this, and then you're ready to go. This foam cannon will pretty much foam up anything you put in it, and it will do an extremely good job. Here there's 2 ounces of Mjjc Restart Wash, and I have the top twisted about a full turn counterclockwise to reduce the volume of the foam itself, because sometimes a thinner, more runny foam is preferential. But as you can see here, super good job pretty much with any soap. Well, there you have it. That was the unboxing and demonstration of both of these products here, the Mjjc Foam Cannon S version 3 and their Snow Foam Shampoo. Both awesome products, and as you can see here, used up most of the product that I had in the 1 liter bottle here on that small little Kia Stinger. Now, this is the type of foam it produces, and the idea with thick foam is that you want it to run down the panel, and sometimes these 2 foam cannons do almost too good of a job. But here it is in comparison to the Pro version, and as you can see, the Pro version and the S version pretty much are identical in how they perform. The only difference is the shape. Obviously one is wider, different bottle style, different connection style, and that's pretty much it. And just as a reminder, the pressure washer I'm using is the Karcher K1900, as you can see here, 1900 psi and 1.3 gallons per minute. Both the Pro version of the Mjjc and the S version are extremely good foam cannons, and really it's going to come down to personal preference here, because both of them operate exactly the same, and one of them has a slightly different design, and you might like one over the other. Now, the only thing I can kind of give you a word of caution is I used the Mjjc Restart Wash and left it in the bottle, and it created a bit of a rusty tinge inside, as you can see here. So make sure if you're using any car wash soap that has an iron remover in it, just completely rinse it out before storing it. So both of these products here you can buy from the Mjjc website. The Pro version of this product you can also buy from Carzilla, which it's actually on sale right now for a few dollars cheaper. But on the Mjjc website, they both run the exact same price. They both do the exact same thing in terms of performance. So really the only difference here is personal preference, the shape, all that kind of stuff. The Mjjc Foam Snow Foam Shampoo, however, is awesome. I really highly recommend that product. Very good foam and lubricity. I'll link everything in the description below. And again, there's my pressure washer. So just an average pressure washer. You don't need anything crazy in order to get this kind of foam. Let me know in the comments below, out of these 2 foam cannons, what do you prefer to use? Or do you use a different brand altogether? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to check it out on Carzilla, use my discount code CARDETAILING5. You'll save 5%. For the unboxing of the Mjjc Foam Cannon Pro, check out this video here. Let me know in the comments below if you liked the video, and thumbs up if you did, and I will see you on the next one.